Hi guys, so I'm nervous to turn on the camera because I feel like anytime I do this, she wakes up from nap. So if she would like to stay asleep, I would like to update you guys on Emma. Emma turned 9 months old a week ago on October 12th. And she just had her doctor's checkup yesterday. Emma is very much a petite little girl. She is 27 inches long and she weighs 15 pounds 6 ounces. So her length is like not as short anymore. Like now that she's grown some more, she's like considered, I think it was like 23 percentile. But her weight on the other hand is pretty small. Emma's starting to move around on the monitor and I'm like, oh. Her weight is small, it's like 8 percentile or something. So Emma is still breastfed. She loves to eat though, so it's been a battle that I've been really nervous thinking she's not nursing enough, because I've read so many different things that say the first year, like milk, like formula or breast milk needs to be their #1 like source of nutrition, and that the baby food is more of just like kind of fun. And then anyways, so I've been nervous that she's not getting enough, and like I've been so stressed about it for months now, and I think I'm finally just calm and at ease about it. I've seen like a lactation consultant, I've talked to people at WIC, which stands for like Women's, Infants and Children, talked to her pediatrician. Like I think I'm finally just like, it's fine. So we think that she's gaining a lot more milk than I'm thinking she is, because she's very, like a very quick nurser, like 4 minutes max. And she only nurses like 4 times a day. So I really have been really nervous, but she said that she's been growing, like her arch or whatever you call it, like has been a perfect, really great growth as she's getting older. So they have no concerns for her. Like they think she's just small, like petite, but they think she's growing great. So we give her 3 meals a day now, but she actually just eats like the baby food. And for snacks she gets like, you know, the like Puffs cereal snack, or like Cheerios, like the multigrain Cheerios, or those little like yogurt, freeze-dried yogurt thingies you can buy in the pack, or like that type of finger food, which she does great with. But I really need to be, I've made the decision, I really need to start trying to like cook her some food, and like cook like some veggies and meats and things to give her in the high chair, because it'll help continue to like work on her like self-feeding and stuff. But then like she kind of needs those new textures and like new foods and things. And so the doctor kind of talked to me about like that, like the new foods I can give her. But she does love to eat. She would eat baby food all day if I would let her. She gets very mad if you eat in front of her, so you pretty much have to eat during her nap time, or like eat when she's eating. So like usually this week for breakfast, when I make her baby oatmeal for breakfast, I make my oatmeal or whatever I'm having. And I'll take a bite and then give her a bite and like alternate. So that seems to work. So she's starting to really love people. She is social. She does, you can tell she knows like, you know, who's a stranger and stuff. And occasionally like at the mall not too long ago, someone just kind of came up and like kind of got close to her and was like, hello there. And she kind of backed away like, I don't know you. But for the most part, she's really like, she's been waving for a little while now. She blows raspberries. She went through a phase maybe a month ago where she kept like clicking her tongue like that and like doing that. She's not been doing that as much. But she like shakes her head. She went through a phase where she kept shaking it like back and forth a lot. She doesn't do that as much, but her new really cute thing is she'll like put it to the side. Like she'll like go like this, like as far over as she can, and like look at you at the corner of her eye, and it's super cute. So she's clearly starting, and she just woke up. Okay, well that was a decent nap. It was like 40-ish minutes. She is normally sleeping very well. She still sleeps through the night, 12-13 hours, and she now naps twice a day. And usually it seems like the first nap's like hour and a half or so, and then the second nap's like half an hour. She was taking too many naps before I transitioned her, and she was starting to wake in the night again. Occasionally, if like say we keep her out too late and like we start messing with her schedule sort of, she'll have a night or two where she'll like cry out once and it'll like wake me up, and then she'll just like roll over and go back to sleep. So she does that occasionally, and like she'll grab a pacifier and go to sleep or something. I don't know, but she's doing really good for the most part. And for naps, I just like lay her in the crib and she just goes to sleep. So we're pretty lucky with sleep, I feel like, with her. A lot of times she'll still wake up like at 5 or 6 in the morning to nurse, and then after she nurses, she wants to go back to bed. She doesn't like staying up. There's been a few occasions where I've like needed to get her up for an appointment, like when we had to go to the doctor, and she'll cry. If you get her up and leave the room, she'll cry. If you try and change her diaper, she'll cry. But if you immediately nurse her, she's happy. And if you like put her back in the crib, she's happy. So some days, I mean, she'll not get up for the day till 7 or 8 in the morning, which I'm so okay with. So like I was saying, she loves people, and she's starting to really like act like she really likes getting like a reaction from people. So when people smile at her and laugh at her, and she's kind of starting to repeat things to get those like reactions from people. She's been struggling with a really bad diaper rash. I took her back in and they said she had strep again. Well, what they're doing is they're doing a rapid strep test there in the office, and all these times it's always like a nurse practitioner. It's not her pediatrician because she's like booked up. So what they're doing is they're getting a positive for strep. This is the second time. They said she had like the perineal strep, I think is how you say it, and they thought maybe a yeast infection, so they gave us like amoxicillin again and some cream, and the cream wasn't working. They put her on an oral medicine for the yeast infection, and then they gave her another cream, and like 4 weeks had passed. Actually, I knew it was because my new niece was born 4 weeks ago. And it was like the day before she was born that I started noticing her bottom looked really red and bad. So she saw her pediatrician, and she thinks that it's a diaper sensitivity. So I have been instructed to stop using the diapers we're using and the wipes. So since birth, she's used Love's, Huggies, and Pampers sensitive wipes. So we're currently using the Honest diapers. Yes, they're expensive, but they're hypoallergenic. I bought these Up and Up brand, Target brand diapers, and I hated them. They smelled terrible. They just seemed like she barely peed, and it was like soaked. Like, I don't know, I did not like them. And I feel like she told me to use a different diaper. I feel like if a nice brand like Huggies or Pampers or Love's, like Huggies or something, I feel like if that was giving her a reaction possibly, I feel like some cheap brand is probably going to too. We already know she has very sensitive skin. Her skin breaks out in like anything. Like I've tried Burt's Bees lotion and it totally makes her skin break out with like red circles, like a red like rash. So we have to use like baby Ganix on our skin. So we're using the Honest diapers. I bought some overnight ones, size 3, and then I don't know if I told you, she's in size 9. Like she's wearing 9-month clothing. Some of it's a little big, like the pants are long and stuff. Because she's short. And it looks like she rolled back over to go to bed, so we'll see what she does. So I just ordered a bundle through the Honest company. Like your first month, the bundle, right now it's like 40% off. I can put a link in the description if you guys are interested in like checking out their like thing. But I don't know, I've heard good things about them, and I know like they're gonna work well for her, and they're hypoallergenic. It's just the price. But when I mentioned to Jake, he didn't seem to care. He's like so good about like anything Emma needs, like buy it kind of thing. So he's the best dad. So we're gonna see. She told me to not use those wipes. She told me maybe use like a wet washcloth. Okay, how are you supposed to travel with like wet washcloths? Yeah, I don't get that. So I bought some of those, is it called like water wipes or something? I don't have it with me right now, but it's supposed to be like 99.9% water, and it's like 0.01% like fruit extract or something. And then I bought also a packet of the Honest wipes, the Honest company wipes. And with this bundle I just bought, that's coming in the mail, I don't know when, it's supposed to be here in a few days, that it's supposed to have diapers and wipes, and we should be set for a while for that. So something I haven't talked about, which is pretty important, a pretty big deal. Emma is behind on her gross motor skills. This is something I've known for a while. I've brought up different times. Some people didn't take me seriously. Some people told me not to worry. Some people tell me all things happen in due time and whatever. Well, Emma's 9 months old. She just started sitting unassisted a week before turning 9 months old and still falls back sometimes. I think that's just because she's Emma and whatever. She has never rolled from back to belly. She dislikes being on her belly. When she's on her belly, she does not lift up on her arms. She doesn't do that. She's not even close to crawling. When you try to get her to stand, she just buckles her legs and won't stand. So she's not standing up holding anything. So she's not even close to obviously like standing or walking or like cruising, where they like hold on to stuff and kind of make steps. So yeah, she's behind on gross motor and I'm a little concerned, but we have had someone come out to the house, and I actually have a physical therapist coming out tomorrow to the house to evaluate her to see if she like qualifies for this program. So I'm trying not to like be overly stressed and like worried, because like her pediatrician is not overly worried, but she does think it's smart to like have someone check her out at the same time and like see if, you know, evaluate her, see like where she's at. So I will update you guys and let you know what happens from that. Her separation anxiety is getting pretty bad. About, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I had a really terrible week, to be just very honest. Part of it was, yes, I didn't feel well. Jake had been sick that weekend. He brought it home to me and I started getting sick. I think Emma picked up on that. I was like very emotional. I was like totally PMS-y, mood swings, very in a negative mindset. Everything was going wrong and I was just like letting it build up and the week was terrible. I didn't get out much. I just stayed home a lot, and that doesn't help me personally. It doesn't help my mood. And like if I'm having a bad week, like it makes it worse sometimes. If I just kind of, yeah. It was a terrible week. I cried a lot. I would leave like Emma on the floor with her new, she got a bunch of new toys and like these new tiles and stuff. And I would go to try to use the restroom and she would just scream for as soon as I left her sight. So that was a really terrible week. And then the weekend was not very good. And she was crying anytime my in-laws would take her. And then it's like it all turned around. Like the next day she started sitting and she started letting other people hold her again. So she still has the separation anxiety, but sometimes it's worse than others. The last thing I wanted to say is that she still has no teeth. So I don't know, is she teething occasionally, you know, when she's really fussy and stuff? I don't know. But it's kind of hard to tell. And like whenever the pediatrician checked her out and stuff, she said she doesn't see any teeth like coming in or something, so it's hard to tell. So that is her update.